my YouTube channel does not make me any money. Okay, I just want to make that very clear. My YouTube channel does not make me any money. Well, that's kind of a lie because it makes me pennies. On YouTube, you see all these videos about, oh, I made 5 grand in a month, I made 10 grand in a month, how did I do it? And this is what I'm doing. And a lot of the time, a big chunk of that tends to come from like the money they've made on YouTube or from sponsorship deals and all this stuff. So stuff related to them building that YouTube following. Whereas in this case, that's not the case for me. Mine does not come from YouTube or from sponsorships or anything like that. It comes all from the work that I do, literally side hustles. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's been a little minute, I know. I've been all over the place. I've had to move around a little bit for work and it's just been a bit cray-cray, but I'm back now to deliver some content for you guys. So, you've probably already seen from the title of this video that it's going to be me just kind of talking to you guys about how I make more than £3,000 a month as a full-time student. I just want to put it out there now before I get like any kind of like annoying comments or anything like that. This video is not to throw numbers out there and sound a bit pretentious or sound a bit arrogant or anything, because £3,000 as far as I'm concerned is not enough in terms of what I want to make in the future, nor is it stable or consistent. It fluctuates up and down, and when it comes to finances and budgeting, I'm still pretty shit, and so yeah, it's just not that. However, it is to sort of just give people ideas of stuff that they can do to kind of make a little bit more money on the side, or other things they can consider doing instead of what they are doing currently or whatever else. Some of it is kind of like what I do for a living, but I kind of consider it to kind of still be a side hustle and not actually a job or a day job, just because it's not like set working hours or whatever. Sometimes I might do it like 2 days in a month, sometimes it might be 4 days in a month, sometimes it might just be one, or it might be none. It varies. So yeah, right, time to get into the actual video. Before I do, just make sure to hit that subscribe button and join the fam so that whenever a video is posted and stuff, you'll be one of the first people to see it. But that also means you have to turn on your notifications so that you are notified when I do post and you don't miss any of the interesting stuff, okay? So let's get into the video. The main thing I do is digital training. I've talked about this in a previous video, and if you haven't seen that video, you gotta go see it. But digital training is probably, it's my main bit of income for the month. The amount of days I do every month it varies, okay? However, I'm gonna use this month as an example, okay? So this month I've worked about 3.5 days. It's about to be 4.5 days tomorrow. And for the 3.5 days that I did already, I have earned roughly about £1,600 for those 3.5 days, okay? Now, once I do the 4th day that I'm about to do tomorrow, that goes up to roughly about £2,100 that I would have made. So, a solid 2 grand. So that is a big chunk of my income. Okay, now digital training is something that, depending on what kind of training you are providing, can be quite specialized, and it might not be. So weirdly enough, usually the content that I train on is quite specialized. So usually I am doing coding courses, which is specialized because you have to know how to code, or at least know a bit about code in order to deliver that. However, the majority of the money that I got this month was not because of that, and it was stuff to do with just all kinds of other digital training. So utilizing social media, different kinds of online working tools, from Trello to Canva to WordPress to strategies and tools and all sorts of stuff. And the one that I'm doing tomorrow is actually to do with Microsoft Teams. So none of it is actually coding related, but it got me a fair bit of coin, so I'm not going to complain, okay? Other kinds of things that I do as well is like social media training, marketing training, web design, that sort of thing. if you are someone who knows about any of that kind of stuff, to be honest, you can go into training. You can sign up with a freelancer agency and be sent out to deliver this kind of training. And if you sign up with the right agency, you can earn the right kind of money for it. Now, you don't necessarily even have to do that. Another thing you can do, which is where the rest of my money came from, and this is just do it for yourself as a freelancer through sites like Upwork, through sites like 5E, I think there's another one called 5 Squid, and other sites like that. I think there's another one that's called like People Per Hour or People Per Pay for People, something like that. But that's another one you can sign up for. And that's where you can basically just offer those same skills to people. So companies, people, small businesses, they will post jobs on these sites, and you can kind of bid for them or put in proposals or whatever else so that you can take on these jobs. Now, like I said, if you are someone who has those like kind of skills, then yeah, you'll find that there's a lot of stuff available to you to do. But there are also many jobs that are not like, that don't require those kind of specific skills. So kind of like the odd jobs, there are people who need someone to just proofread something for them, who just need to help them finish up an assignment real quick, or maybe they've been typing up an essay and they just can't bother to do all their referencing, formatting all their referencing, they just need someone to jump in and do those. You can go in and do those if that's something that you're comfortable with. Someone who just needs people to just enter some information into some spreadsheets for them. If you are someone who maybe has your own YouTube channel and you edit videos and stuff like that all the time, and you're comfortable with doing like basic editing, then you yourself can just do this for other people. Creating thumbnails, sometimes people just want people to create posters or leaflets or other kind of stuff. And yes, you might not be someone who specialized in graphic design, but if you know how to use something like Canva, bruh, you can make a leaflet, you can make a poster, it's fine. Now, obviously, if the job is really, really easy to do or something that's going to be really, really quick, a lot of the time, the money you're going to get for that might not be so high. But if it's something that's more specialized and requires more skill or more time, then of course, the money you'd probably get for that is a bit higher. From stuff that I've done through like Upwork and things like that, I've made roughly about £400 to £500 for that, and that's varied. That some of that has been video editing, some of that has been like web stuff, like just creating like simple kind of websites and stuff, and some of it has actually been, and this brings me on to the next way you can make money, and the next way that I've made money, and that was participating in market research. So through these sites, people do advertise if they need somebody to participate or need people to participate in their market research. I only gave about an hour of my time to one of them that was looking for like dental students, and yeah, for those of you who don't know, I'm also a dental student. So if they wanted, I can't even speak English. They wanted dental students to participate in some research. I signed up to do it. It took about an hour and I got about $150 for it. And it was really straightforward. It wasn't like they were asking me some serious detailed questions or I had to write some exam. It was literally just like they wanted my opinions and some feedback on some stuff like apps and programs and stuff that they were thinking of coming out with for dental students, and they just wanted to know if I thought they were a good idea or not, and that was basically it. And then the other final way that I made money was from just doing, like I said, kind of like odd jobs and stuff, but not necessarily through freelancer sites, and more through me just talking to my friends and people like that about my skills, and have, you know, if you've got a friend that wants to start a business or something and they just need someone to create a website for them or that sort of thing, that's what you need to kind of put your name out there for. If it's something that you can offer a skill for, then get your name out there. And obviously, like, friends should want to support friends. So if it's actually a good friend of yours, they will want to help you out. However, for me, it wasn't really close friends, actually, to be fair. It was more like acquaintances, which is why I really feel bad like asking them for money. But had it been like close friends, I wouldn't have. But yeah, doing stuff like that, and yeah, made a bit of money from that as well. And then all in all, this month it came to roughly about 3,000. No, it came up to just a bit more. So all in all, this month that came up to just over 3 grand, which, you know, is I'm not complaining. That's a nice tidy sum. It will get my rent paid, it will get my bills paid, and some of it will still be on the side and everything for next month, which is great, because next month I know I'm not going to be able to commit as much time to doing as much work because I have exams. So that helps out quite nicely. So yeah, every month that can vary, because when you're doing anything that's not sort of like stable employment, your money can go up and down. But in this case, it worked out for me. And you may have noticed I have not included YouTube. I did not include YouTube in my income. The reason being, my YouTube channel does not make me any money. Okay, I just want to make that very clear. My YouTube channel does not make me any money. Well, that's kind of a lie, because it makes me pennies. So basically, long story short, from January until now, and now it's like mid-March, I've made like £15, £20. But I'm going to be doing that in a separate video anyway, about, you know, YouTube myths and all that kind of stuff, because I feel like people drop crazy numbers and stuff on YouTube all the time, which makes it seem like you're going to be making like all this like moolah, and it's literally just going to be like, you know, you're going to be making it rain after you upload a video or something. And that's just not how it works. Even the climb to even get to the point where you can even make some money is already a craziness, and then when you get to that point, it's still a madness to even get the money. So it's a lot. On YouTube, you see all these videos about, oh, I made £5 in a month, I made 10 grand in a month, how did I do it? And this is what I'm doing. And a lot of the time, a big chunk of that tends to come from like the money they've made on YouTube, or from sponsorship deals and all this stuff. So stuff related to them building that YouTube following. Whereas in this case, that's not the case for me. Mine does not come from YouTube or from sponsorships or anything like that. It comes all from the work that I do, literally side hustles. And it's side hustles that anybody and everybody can do as well. So I just wanted to put that out there for those of you who wanted alternatives to, you know, the usual stereotypical type stuff. Okay, so that is now there for you to kind of, you know, simmer on. And if you did find any of that useful, or you want like a little bit more info about any of those, feel free to drop me a comment and let me know. And of course, if you are new to my YouTube channel, a thumbs up would be nice. And yeah, subscribe, get the notifications, like switch those notifications on, so that you can see when my other videos drop. I am going to try and be a lot more consistent with actually with uploading content. But yeah, have a good week. Look forward to seeing you guys on my next video. All right, bye.